to start. I need to go over a few things about these rus-ler pedals. These things come from 1975. It was for the rus-ler steel guitar. These pedals were designed by him and used by him. They were also used by a lot of other major manufacturers. I myself have used them, and they're nice pedals. These pedals are casted. They are not precision casted. These are casted, and for a casted pedal, the mold is tapered. If the mold is not tapered, these pedals cannot come out of the mold. They will stick in the mold. All right, that said, these are the numbers that I did measuring the crosses. You can see that the mold is fairly close, but there are differences between here, here, and here, and here. All of these are not perfect circles. All right, that said, in order to drill these things where they will all line up, as in this picture, this is a 1/2-inch shaft. The axis is not to this journal. It cannot be to this journal. This journal is not true. The axis is to the pedal. It is to the pedal, not to here. If you was to drill the axis to here, these pedals would not line up. Impossible for them to line up. I sold some pedals, and maybe the Swanee Georgia board does not understand. So he sends me this picture. He's calling these pedals oblong. These holes are not oblong. They cannot be oblong. This is a 1/2-inch cobalt mill. It cannot bend. It cannot be oblong. It cannot do nothing but mill straight. The quill that this thing fits in will mill to less than 1/1000th. So this hole through here has to be straight. If it's not straight, guess what? They do not line up right here. Okay, that said, this is the jig. This is a factory jig. This jig is locked into a vise. The quill is set, so it has to go straight down through this hardened bushing. This bushing is hard. The mill cannot touch it. It prevents wear to the aluminum that's holding it. All right, it mills all the way through here. It aligns this pad here, not this journal, to the axis for the shaft, so they will line up. And normally, whenever you get one of these pedals, when they're drilled, these little knockouts, because you cannot control the knockouts. These pedals, even when rus-ler had them, these pedals were put in a machine and they were milled out flat, because these are not flat. They're domed. They would never butt up two pedals like to like and work. They are milled off. I've milled these things to right here before, and I've also cut this pad down to right here, because on a pedal steel guitar, the narrower the pedal is, the better it is. So if you're going to buy these pedals, you've got to understand this is old technology. They are cast. They are not die casted. And another thing, the Swanee Georgia board does not understand. These pedals are raw. They do not come with a clevis hole, because where you put this clevis determines the pull that this pedal will do. So when you get the buyer's remorse, just remember what you're buying right here. This is 1975 pedals. They are perfectly good pedals, and in the hands of the person that knows what they're doing with these pedals, they are fine, fantastic pedals. They're on guitars that sell for over $3,000. So I hope this helps you make your decision, because wannabe builders do not have the ability to work on these things. It takes somebody who knows what they're doing.